My name is Larry Aarons, and I'm a real native New Yorker. I grew up in the Bronx, New York, and I grew up there in the late 40s and early 50s, attended the public schools there. What ended up happening was I had an art teacher who took an enormous interest in my talent. And he said to me, have you ever thought of becoming an illustrator? And it's something that never crossed my mind. As a kid, you doodle and you draw, and you don't really think about a profession. He taught me some of the aspects of illustration. And with his help and guidance, I actually graduated high school and went on to an art school, School of Visual Arts in New York. It was there that I really learned about the humanities, the arts, and the literature, and the foundations of what became my theme in my art, the myths of man. I'll be 71 this year. And I'm as vibrant today as I was 35, 40, or 50 years ago. In the 80s, I had my own advertising agency, and I had it for 9 years. It was very successful. And what it offered us as an opportunity was to do a lot of traveling. And by doing the traveling, I got to really pick up bits and pieces of everything I learned in the world of art. Going to the most fabulous museums, having an ability to collect some very wonderful little pieces, and to see all of the great art that the world offers, because everything that we do today is really based upon what came before us. We really stand on the shoulders of 5,000 years worth of history. Nothing just happens out of the blue. Back in 2012, I actually decided not to continue working. And I made a very clear effort to stop working and to move on into, as we call it, the other phase of our lives. I refuse to use the word retirement. I think it's a very 1950s type of a word. What I consider is the opportunity to have a second life, or possibly for many people a third life. And I don't use the word career because I feel that a career is focused on business and making money. So I call it a life. Everything we do is a life's lesson. And therefore, I've taken that life's lesson and I have used it and transposed it into my art, into the interpretation of how I see individuals and pieces. The Sudan man, or certainly Old Man, which is one of the strongest images that I've ever drawn. Art is in the soul. If you can look at something and feel how wonderful and how beautiful it is in your heart, then you've really been able to reach something that many people can't. I've used a mantra, I guess, since the early days. And that mantra is a very simple one. It's to reach the head, you must touch the heart. We make rational decisions at many times that have nothing to do with an emotion. But if you really want someone to feel what you are and what you're saying, touch them emotionally. And then it is far beyond them making a decision rationally. The Myths of Man has grown to become, as I call it, a platform by which I share many different aspects of my art. Most recently, I had a great opportunity, and what's a greater myth than Hollywood? But I had an opportunity to actually share one of my drawings that I did of Robert De Niro with Robert De Niro. And he was so taken with it that he took it for his private collection. So that's nothing that I planned. So it is more of what I believe I bring to what my art is. I've been in many different gallery shows. I've had one-man shows, group shows. As I mentioned to you, I'm going to be on the cover of an art magazine called Art Voices. The art itself that is going to be on the cover is going to be in the Miami Art Basel show, which is the largest art show in the world. I'm extraordinarily proud of that. And if it sells, great. If it doesn't sell, that's great too. But again, it's taken me to another place in my life. So what does my future hold? It holds everything that's wonderful, everything that's bright, and everything that is promising. But it is the future. Today is the most important time for me. What I'm doing right now and what I hope to be doing every day is creating art, sharing my art, hoping other people like it, and let the future take care of itself, because it is the future, isn't it? I believe each day is a gift and life is its own reward. So you make of it what you choose. There are no things that are promises. So you guide yourself and be open-minded and open-hearted. And I think that life will treat you with the most wonderful things you could possibly imagine. When you look at yourself in that mirror every morning, smile, be happy, because that is the greatest gift that you could have, being happy.